Nawa Pawnee Nation, I would like to take this brief opportunity to discuss this current COVID-19 pandemic outbreak that we are experiencing in our community right now. I would like to talk about the seriousness of it and what we can do to protect ourselves and others. On October 9th, I started experiencing symptoms of COVID-19. I isolated myself until I could go see the doctor, and so I went to see the doctor and got tested for both the flu and COVID-19. At that time, my test came back negative, but because I was still experiencing the symptoms, I remained in isolation. The symptoms continued to persist and even get worse, to where I decided to go get tested that following Wednesday. I got tested and found out that I was indeed positive for COVID-19. I remained in isolation until my symptoms were gone and my fever was gone as well. I understand that many of you know loved ones, have loved ones, and maybe even yourself have been tested positive to COVID-19, and your symptoms may have been similar to what I've gone through, maybe worse than what I've gone through. And this has given me an understanding and appreciation of the seriousness of this COVID-19 virus that we are experiencing today. And so in knowing that, I would like to offer some ways that we can protect ourselves and others during this time. But in order to have that understanding, I would like us to know some ways that this virus does spread. One of those ways that this virus spreads is whenever there's people who are within 6 feet of each other with close contact between one another. Another way that we've seen this is through respiratory droplets that are produced when an infected person coughs, sneezes, breathes, sings, and even talks. Another way that this virus has been known to spread is with people who are infected but do not have the symptoms, spread this virus to others. So what are some ways that we can protect ourselves and others during this pandemic? Well, one way is one we've been seeing here, and that's with face masks. There are some face mask suggestions that I would like to give you, and one of those is using a cloth face mask, such as this one that I wear when I go out in public. These cloth face masks must be tightly woven fabrics such as cotton and cotton blends, and breathable, and typically 2 to 3 layers thick. Other than the cloth masks, another suggestion that I would make is these non-medical disposable masks such as this one that I also wear when I don't have my cloth mask with me. Along with that, I would also suggest wearing clear masks or cloth masks with a plastic panel, and those are typically good for those who may have hearing problems and they can still be able to read your lips. Another type is with face shields to protect our faces as well as we're in public. So along with face masks and wearing masks in general, we should also continue to remember to do social distancing to protect ourselves and others. Stay at least 6 feet apart if possible, and also avoid large crowds and gatherings. Along with social distancing, I would like to also suggest that we continue to wash our hands often, usually with soap and water for at least 20 seconds, especially after blowing our noses, coughing or sneezing, or having been in a public place. If there is no soap and water available, use hand sanitizer that has at least 60% alcohol. And one final suggestion I would like to make is stay home if you are sick and experiencing symptoms related to COVID-19, and the only time that you should be out is if you're seeking medical care. So with that, I would like to just also recommend these additional information for you to go ahead and look for and ask and find out how else can you protect yourself during this time. One of those is here at our Pawnee Nation Department of Emergency Management, and their number is 918-762-3655. Within our county here at Pawnee, you can also contact the Pawnee County Health Department at 918-762-3643. Now, for our tribal members who live outside of our jurisdiction, I would like to also point you to our Oklahoma Health Department website, which is coronavirus.health.ok.gov. And for those who live outside of Oklahoma, I would suggest to continue to look at the CDC website to see the latest information concerning COVID-19. And that website is cdc.gov/COVID-19. With these suggestions on how to protect ourselves and others, along with the additional information, I would like to just strongly encourage you to do your part in helping protect yourself and others during this pandemic, And also remember to protect those who are most vulnerable, those who we cherish and those who we admire, which is our elders and our young people. So please do your part during this time and during this pandemic to protect yourself and others. Thank you.